Hi all, today I am going to discuss one important interview question. And before jumping to that, I would like to show you which Java version I am going to use for this question. Java hyphen version. So you can see that I am going to use Java version 21.0.2. And I would like to show you which which Selenium version I am going to use. Okay, so let me open form.xml. So I am going to use 4.26.0 Selenium version for this question. Okay, now let's discuss what is the question. So the question is, what is Fluent Wait in the Selenium WebDriver? So we will try to understand what is Fluent Wait and how we can implement using Selenium WebDriver and Java. So let's understand what is Fluent Wait. So it is typically used when you need more control on the waiting behavior, such as if we would like to customize for polling intervals, or we would like to ignore some exception. So for these types of activity, I am using one URL. So this is the URL. Let me refresh it. So this URL, this website we will be using to understand Fluent Wait. So what functionality we are going to cover here? So we are going to click on this reveal a new input. So when user click on this button, so it takes around 2 seconds to display this text box. So what we are going to do through our coding, so we will click on this button, reveal a new input, and then we will wait for this text box to be appeared, and we will be using Fluent Wait for this. So what we will be doing, so let's understand in brief. So it is Fluent Wait is used to wait for the text box. This is the text box. So through coding, we will be going to wait for the text box to be ready for interaction. And we will be checking the condition repeatedly every 300 milliseconds. So in Fluent Wait, we will be using polling mechanism, and we will be polling for every 300 milliseconds. We will be checking at every 300 milliseconds that this text box is displayed or not. Okay. So it, and also we will be ignoring this element not interactable exception. So maximum wait is 2 seconds, and we will be performing polling for every 300 milliseconds, and up to 2 seconds our code will ignore this element not interactable exception. It will not throw instantly or before completing this 2 seconds. So once the wait condition is met, so what does it mean by a wait condition is met? So that is the text box is ready to be interacted with, and we will be entering displayed text into this. Let's assume we are entering displayed. Okay. After the interaction, the test verifies that the value entered into the revealed element means revealed element means the element, this text box. So what we will be doing? So after the interaction, the test verifies that the value entered into the text box matches with the expected value. Means whatever value we have entered, in our case, we have entered displayed. So we will be using assert class for this purpose from testng to verify that the entered text is matching or not. So we will, as I mentioned, that we will be using this URL. So let's start our coding. So for today's question, I am going to create one class. Let's take name of the class like Fluent Wait Demo. So I am not clicking this. I am not selecting this public static void main because I am using TestNG framework for this question. So now it is open. So I am creating one method here. Fluent wait test. So I am going to create a reference of WebDriver interface. Okay, just hover on this and import WebDriver from Selenium. So what we are going to do? So for our question, I am going to use Chrome browser. Okay, just hover on this and we can import Chrome driver from Selenium. Okay, now driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay, now we have launched the um, browser and maximize the window. Now we are going to open this URL. This is the URL we are going to open. Okay, so now let's go to the page and let's refresh this page and we can inspect this page. Okay, so we have ID for this, so we can recognize this button through ID. So let's go driver dot find element by dot ID. We can pass this ID. Okay, what is this? This is reveal button. So this will return web element. Reveal button. Okay, just hover on this web element and we can import web element from Selenium. Okay, so whenever we will click on this, one text box will open. Let's inspect this. Okay, so we can also recognize this through ID. So driver dot find element by dot ID, we can pass this. Okay, and this will return web element. So okay, there is some spelling mistake. So okay, so it will return web element. Okay, so web element. So this would be reveal text box. Okay. So first action, what we will perform, we will click on this button. Okay, we will be clicking on this button. So let's go to the ID. So first of all, what the action we are performing? We are clicking on this button. Then we need to apply the weight. So how we will do that? Let's see. We driver new fluent wait. We will pass here reference of WebDriver interface. So wait is the class we can import it from Selenium, and Fluent Wait is the subclass of wait class. Okay, and what we can do here, just dot. So first we need timeout. So duration dot of second. So 2 seconds we are going to wait. Then next. So now we will provide the polling for 300 milliseconds. Okay. Then we will ignoring, we will be ignoring exception. So element not interactable exception dot class. Okay. Then we can close. Okay. So okay, so we should not provide parameter of time like this duration. We need to type like this duration dot of millis. Okay. So here we can ask 300. So let's understand this code. So what we are doing, we are using this wait class, and Fluent Wait is the subclass of wait class. Here we are creating object wait, and then we are giving duration of second 2 seconds with timeout. So our code will wait for 2 seconds before throwing the timeout exception, and our code will perform polling for every 300 milliseconds. At every 300 milliseconds, it will check the condition that the text box is displayed or not. And along with this, it will also ignore element not interactable exception. So it will not throw this exception instantly. It will throw exception if it is there, but after 2 seconds, after maximum timeout. That is 2 seconds in our case. And what next? Wait dot until. So here we will be using lambda expression. Okay. So here what we need to do? We need to pass value inside this text box. We will type the value inside this dot send keys. Suppose we are passing here displayed. Okay. And then it will return true. Okay. So after waiting, then it will pass this value into this text box. After clicking this, it will wait for this text box to be appeared, and then it will enter the text. So this text, displayed text will be entered. And after entering this, it will return the true. So here D represents the reference of WebDriver. So D represents the reference of the WebDriver. So this is lambda expression, and this is the body of the lambda expression. So after this, we will ensure, so we will validate that this displayed text is entered into the text box or not in this text box. So for this purpose, we are using here assert class from test engine. Okay. And first of all, we need to provide the actual. So this is the object of the text box web element. So dot get DOM property. So what is the name of the property we can see here. So go to the properties, and where it is displaying value. So just type something here. DISPLA by AD. So we can see here. So it should display here. Okay. So value should come here. It will come. Okay. So let's go to our IDE. So value. And then what is the actual expected value? We are verifying here. We are verifying here this value displayed. Okay, I'm saving it. Control Shift F. I'm formatting it and again saving it. And I'm going to run this code. Let's see what happens. It is giving expected output or not. So run as, sorry, one thing is left, I think. So this is very important thing which we have to lie for indentation. So we need to mark this method as testng method. Okay, import test from testng annotations. Save it, and again right click and run as testng. Now we are getting this option testng test. So just click on this. Let's see what happens. So launching browser, maximizing, opening this, and it is entering data, entering text displayed into this text box. So let's move. Okay, so our test case is pass. That's it. Thanks for watching this video.